My name is Nano Nomaru. I'm a 28-year-old worker. It's been 5 years since I joined this company after graduating college. My days were pretty busy, going around various clients for sales. It's been pretty rough, considering I've been leaving for work about 3 to 4 days per week, but I was able to eat local foods and go sightseeing, so it wasn't too bad. I'll explain now that I'm spending my own money for leisure, so don't worry. The only fees that were compensated were for traveling. However, apparently our company was being bought out, and my boss was moved to another department. A new boss showed up, but... Hi, I'm the new boss, Nasho Tokushiki. Apparently this department has a lot of business trips, but doesn't have the sales records to match it. In other words, it's a useless department. However, now that I'm boss, I will radically change this department's productivity. To do that, I'll have all of you listening to me. Is that clear? You brought this upon yourselves, so expect a lot of hand-holding. We weren't expecting such a tough boss so immediately. As I looked around at my coworkers, they were all dazed and you could hear sighing around the office. Imagine a boss that squashes the motivation of your workers as soon as you start. You couldn't do it if you tried. Our department is in charge of helping our customers with any support needed by new products that were sold. In other words, you can't expect the same revenue as the new products department. Tokushiki seemed to understand that. To fix that problem, she started to... I will reduce spending as much as possible. Do not waste any money. My coworkers were shocked at the content of her planning on cutting back expenditures. I was away on a business trip at the time, but Ms. Toshiki sent me a message. Hope you are well, Ms. Nomaru. And you as well. You're on a 3-day business trip, right? Yes, ma'am. We've decided to cut back on expenditures, so let me share that with you. Expenditure cuts? Okay. Were you unable to cut back on this trip to 2 days? I'm having to go to several of our clients in several different states. I wouldn't be able to finish that in 2 days. But we're spending 2 days worth of room and boarding because of that. Don't you think that's a waste of money? It does cost money, but it's a cheap hotel that's close to the station. It costs about $30 a night. I'm trying to keep expenditures low. I'm saying that that's unnecessary. I will gauge necessary based on my new regulations. Please make sure you look through it. 1. No lodging. 2. If you must lodge, borrow a friend's place or stay in a bus. 3. No use of bullet trains. What are these rules? Isn't it obvious? Please cancel the hotel reservations for tomorrow and find a friend to stay with. That's way too sudden. I don't have any friends where I'm going tomorrow, and it would be pretty rude to just suddenly ask to stay at their house. It's your job to figure it out, right? It's your fault that your profit numbers are so low. You brought this on yourselves. Do you understand? I think it's a little unfair to judge a support department by its sales numbers. Excuses. The employee of the company that was bought out is going to argue with me. You do know what happens to people who I can't use, right? That's a little too far. I've been trying my hardest to keep expenditures down. I'm saying that's not enough. Stop being a money sink. Just cancel your hotel reservations for tomorrow. If you do stay, you're paying out of pocket. Also, cancel the bullet train and come back using a bus or regular train. Yay for conserving money. I canceled my reservations because of Tokushiki's pressure on me. However, since I couldn't spend money and I had no friends in the area, I ended up staying at a tiny internet cafe near the station. Luckily, I was able to use the shower, so I didn't end up smelling bad at my next appointment. However, no matter how much I lied down in a reclining chair, it wasn't enough to get a good night's rest. The last day of my business trip was spent exhausted with a lack of sleep. The worst part was the road trip home. It would usually take about 2 hours to get home, but since I had to take the regular lanes, it took almost 3 times more time. By the time I'd made it home, it was 10 p.m. I felt depressed knowing I had to work in the morning. It's only been 4 days since Tokushiki showed up, and I was already reaching my limit. And our department began the extreme cutback policy. No bullet trains, no overnight stays, and of course, no taxis. Some people found a loophole by using cheap flights, but then If you take existing lines, you can save $10.
But you can get there in about an hour by plane. It takes almost half the day to get there using other lines.
Then you should take the first train out and take the bus back. Every penny counts. This continued for about a month. There was no difference in customer support tickets, but the travel time almost tripled. Most of our team members ended up not getting enough sleep, and we were all running on empty. And if you ended up having to stay, we ended up having to pay out of pocket. As our own expenditures went up, we started questioning why we were still working there. Everyone except this person. Good day, everyone. I'm heading home. Finish your work. Good luck. You won't get any overtime pay, so make sure to clock out. I'm so done!
Why is she able to leave at 5 p.m. while we slave away trying to meet her expectations?
Work is scary, work is scary, work is scary.
Okay, guys, let's finish our work early and go home on time next weekend. Maybe we can go have a drink.
Yeah!
The week after, we had crammed as much work as possible from Monday to Thursday to prepare for TGIF. The boss had gone on a business trip, so she would never know if we actually stayed behind to work or not. The system was also set up so we clocked out automatically anyway. We finished our work at 5 p.m. on the dot and went to a bar near the station.
What do you think she took for her trip today?
Probably bus.
She preaches about saving money that much. There's no way she would ride a bullet train.
The bright bunch of you have already figured it out. Let's just get right to the point. After we finished drinking at the first bar, we were heading to the karaoke bar.
Tokoshiki?
We saw Tokoshiki coming out of the bullet train section of the station. We were so furious that we all decided to confront her. Why are you all here? Why aren't you working? We've clocked out. We finished our work.
You had a business trip, right? Why are you using a bullet train?
You preached about saving money that much to us, and you're not even following your own rules? We thought you would at least feel a little guilty by everyone being furious. She actually just scoffed and crossed her arms as she said, "Why do I have to be like you low orderlies? I'm the boss, do you understand? You can't compare the productivity of my hour and yours. My hour of work is better spent for the company than by traveling, so I can use the bullet train or airplane or taxi. If you don't like it, try getting promoted. Of course, I won't let any of you get promoted. If you don't like it, feel free to quit." She let off an evil laugh and walked away. We just watched her walk away silently, but all nodded in agreement. The next week, we all gathered in one spot and headed to the HR department. A few hours after work started, we received a message from Tokoshiki in a panic. "What are you doing? Every last one of you are quitting?" "You were the one that told us. If we have any problems, we should just quit. We can't follow your orders anymore, and we have nothing good to say. As a result, we all quit." "I will never accept that! Get back here and work!" "If you're the boss, we refuse to go back." "What about customer support? Are you just going to leave the clients alone? What kind of adults are you?" Leading your employees is your job as our boss. Not only did you not do that, you made us work to the point of exhaustion. And you call yourself our boss? You hush! Don't think you have another chance pulling crap like this! Oh, thank you, but you don't have to worry about us. You may not know this, but our support team has a great reputation with all of our clients. We'll find another place to work pretty easily. "I'm trying my best to keep you here, and you're quitting. Go ahead, you worthless piece of crap! You can be easily replaced." We'll go ahead and do that. We made all of the documents on the weekend to train the new workers on RPC. Good day. "I'm not going to give holiday pay!" And just like that, we left Tokoshiki's tyrannical rule and quit our jobs. We all went our separate ways, but since everyone was exhausted from work, we all decided to just relax a little. I also decided to unwind. I think everyone knew what would happen after we quit. In about a month, we got a message from Tokoshiki. "Please come back, now!" "Long time no talk. What's going on?" "Because you all left, our department is in shambles!" "That's strange. I thought we were easily replaced." I didn't know we handled such complicated services. The new workers don't know how to deal with the systems at the work sites, and the clients are up in arms. There are a lot of contracts being terminated. Please, just help. If nothing changes, I'm going to be responsible for the loss of the business. If that happens, it's on all of you. I don't understand what you're talking about. Your productivity isn't comparable to us, right? Maybe you should just work overtime to fix the problem? Of course, you should clock out on time, though. My skill isn't in support. Interesting that you're in management, then. I'm kind of surprised. Get back here! I told you, if you're the boss, we're not going back. Do you not care what happens to this company? I don't even work there anymore. If the company goes under, it's on you, not us. Come on, help me please. I just wanted to raise revenue. Maybe if you'd listened to us, we would have behaved differently. But you decided to take the easy way and make us work like slaves. You get what you deserve. Okay, I'll admit your jobs are important. Our company will not last anymore. Please come back. Never! And then I blocked the trash boss. Afterwards, I received a call from corporate themselves. Because the support department collapsed, the company had lost a significant amount of business. They began to launch an investigation and found out about Tokoshiki's terrible management. She was sent off to another department and our old boss was reinstated. Every single member was asked to come back to the department.
We will make sure you are compensated better than before. Of course, feel free to use any mode of transportation you like. If we consider the amount of money that we need to invest to raise specialists such as yourselves, it's a drop in the pond. Please consider coming back.
What will happen to Tokoshiki?
After we investigated her, we found out she used our company card to pay for expensive food and drinks. We are planning on punishing her for embezzlement. We are terribly sorry for what all of you had to go through.
And that's exactly what happened. Tokoshiki was fired for embezzlement. She's also being fined for all losses. It's amazing that she's the one talking about saving money. I'm actually at a loss for words. They say it's hard for someone who's been fired to find another job. She's probably trying to find a job while paying off the fine. Anyway, we were happy our old boss was back. Our benefits were also much better, so we went back to work. Here's to complete victory! And after a month of vacation time, we are hard at work again. There are people in this world who will have you doing all the dirty work while they live lavishly. I now understand those people will eventually eat their own words.